Namo Pho, Namo Fa, Namo Seng. Homage to the Buddha, homage to the Dharma, homage to the Sangha. Today we are gathered to look into the 18th section of the booklet called The Art of Keeping the Light. It is the 31st section of the original 48 methods to Nianfo. This passage, this section called Recitation in the Nature of the Self-Mind, is the direct succession of the last one we've seen together, Recitation in the Light of the Self-Mind. As we've seen it, the whole point was to use sounds as a unique method of concentration and to let shine the light of our consciousness, the light of awareness. And he left us saying the practitioner should strive to cultivate this wonderful method. The text now supposes that one has practiced that method. And he tells us, as the sound of the self-mind surrounds you, as you are completely one with that sound, that's what it means. It's very important. And the light of the self-mind shines upon you. That means that our own clarity is purely shining. We are totally seeing with no distinction. There is not us seeing something, but there is oneness with sound and just pure clarity of mind. The text goes on saying, this true mind is like a huge, round, bright mirror that nothing can obstruct. Mind is fully itself, is fully pure, is fully unobstructed. Every sound is part of mind, every sound is accepted, and we are just one with every sound. We are not trying anymore. We are one. The 10 directions, the 3 periods of time, ourselves, the Buddhas and sentient beings, the cycle of suffering in the impure world, the lotus seat in the pure land, all are but images in the mirror. That's very important. It means that yes, we are one with sound and everything, just as we've said in the previous section, but we realize that that oneness is based on the same, because it's based on the fact that we share the same nature with everything, which is an empty nature. We share our nature of emptiness with everything, just like images in the mirror. The text goes on saying, thus to recite aloud is to recite in the light, into consciousness. To recite in the mirror, our own mirror, our own awareness, pure, unobstructed. And thus it is neither the same nor different. There is no distinction anymore between you wanting to observe every sound for the clarity of your mind to shine or whatever. No, that was the method, what was explained in the section before. In this section is the right consequence, the natural consequence of the practice that has already been given. To recite aloud is to recite in the mirror. Not different, not the same. This is the ultimate auspicious realm, completely free of deluded mind. The text says you should strive with all your might to attain it. This is oneness. This is samadhi. This is um, seeing directly our own minds and being able to naturally manifest it through our own actions. And that's the whole point of Zen. Because to be one is very easy. To be at the top of the mountain, one with God and the universe, is very easy. But that's not Zen. You must be useful to this world. And that's very important. So you must manifest naturally that natural function of your mind in this world. Otherwise, that clarity, the light of mind, the big mirror that we all have in our hearts doesn't serve anything and anyone. So we've seen that it is a bit like stairs, this method of listening to sounds. There are different levels of subtleness of practice, which come naturally and manifest naturally, unfold naturally. We've seen that that light was our own consciousness. It is one aspect of our true mind. And that's how our true mind reveals itself, through naturally unfolding. But when we begin the practice, we've seen that there is something exterior. We are not, there is still a self which wants to be one with sound and to be concentrated, and we make a difference between what is recitated, the one who is listening, and consciousness itself. We see these as procedures, but here the text is pointing to the fact that there is no you anymore in the process. There is no trying to direct the practice or whatever, but it is about letting go. It is letting the mind shine its own awareness, its own qualities, and making the experience of it. So letting yourself be heard by sounds, and that can be paradoxical, but that's exactly what I want to say. You are not hearing sounds, you are heard by them. There is just oneness, just sound and beyond sound. So it's not a technique anymore. It is not something that you impose to your mind, that you want to do with your mind. It is not a trick. The mind is shining its own qualities, its own natural function. A mind that is pure and natural, like a mirror. And remember, this mirror is empty, just like images in the mirror, just like images. So listen fully. God!